All right, welcome to another deep dive. Today we're going to be dissecting the AI Daily News Digest for January 18th, 2025.
The one that brings together all the,
Yeah, the hottest takes.
the hottest takes from AI, Twitter, and all the crazy debates from Reddit.
Exactly. So if you haven't had a chance to check it out yet, don't worry, we're basically saving you hours of endless scrolling.
Think of it as like a curated shortcut to what's actually important and worth paying attention to.
Yeah, we're going to start by like skimming the headlines from Twitter
Right.
just to give you a sense of the overall buzz, and then we'll go deeper into some more in-depth conversations that are happening on Reddit.
Sounds good to me. Ready when you are.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so AI Twitter today is, as always, a whirlwind of new models and research and breakthroughs, and yes, even a few memes.
You gotta have the means.
Got to have the memes, right? It's like the pulse of the community,
It is a little chaotic, but always interesting.
Right. So one of the biggest stories that's making the rounds is Deepseek V3.
Deepseek, yeah.
Deep Learning AI just announced that this massive model with 671 billion parameters is like outperforming even big names like Llama 3.1 and GPT-4 on several benchmarks.
Yeah, and what I think is really interesting about this is that it seems to be particularly good at coding and math.
Oh, really?
Yeah, areas where AI has, historically struggled a little bit. So
Yeah.
this could be a sign that we're starting to, really crack those tougher nuts.
Right. Yeah, maybe we'll all have AI coding assistants soon.
I know.
Who knows, right? And speaking of big names, OpenAI is adding fuel to the fire by announcing the release date for GPT-5,
GPT-5. Oh, wow.
April 27th.
Already?
Yeah, so I know speculation is running wild, right? Everyone's wondering, is this going to be the one that, addresses some of the limitations of the previous models, the biases, the factual errors? Yeah, big expectations, but in the meantime, there are actually some really cool tools and frameworks coming out that we can already play with.
Oh, yeah.
I was particularly intrigued by this MiniMax-01 Coder, which is available now in ai-gradio.
Oh, ai-gradio. I've heard about that.
Yeah, it's that user-friendly platform for building AI applications.
And this MiniMax thing, what is it? What does it do?
So apparently it's so powerful that someone built a working chess game with it in like one go.
Wow.
Yeah, impressive.
Right.
Okay, let's shift gears to the research side for a minute.
Okay.
Meta just dropped this paper on scaling visual tokenizers.
Oh, visual tokenizer.
Yeah, they basically break down images into smaller units that the AI models can understand.
Right, right.
And their research is suggesting that, contrary to what many believed, smaller encoders actually work better.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought so too. Sometimes less is more.
Yeah, for sure.
And then Google DeepMind is making progress in inference-time scaling for diffusion models,
Okay.
which, as you know, diffusion models are incredibly powerful for image generation, but they could be really computationally expensive.
Right.
So DeepMind's work is all about improving the quality of the output without, increasing the computational cost.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, all about efficiency, right?
Right.
Okay, so we can't talk about AI without touching on the whole policy and security aspect.
Of course.
The U.S. is actually proposing some pretty serious export restrictions on advanced AI technology, which is, causing a lot of debate.
Yeah, I can see why.
Right. I mean, it could limit the flow of AI chips and models to certain countries like China and Russia in particular. And some people are saying this is absolutely necessary for national security.
Right.
But others are worried that it's going to hinder international collaboration.
Yeah.
So very complex issue with, who knows what the implications are going to be.
Odd implications.
Yeah, a lot of implications. And then, of course, there's the always present concern about AI security in general.
Right.
The Digest mentioned this newly discovered vulnerability in AI chatbots.
Oh, no.
Yeah, highlighting the importance of robust security measures because,
Yeah, well, this just underscores the fact that we need like a holistic approach to AI development, right?
Right.
Where security is baked in from the very beginning.
Yeah, from design to deployment, all of it.
Totally agree.
Okay, so that was like a super quick scan of the AI Twitter landscape.
Twitter, yeah.
Are you ready to dive deeper into some of the more nuanced conversations happening on Reddit?
Let's get granular.
Let's do it.
Okay, so let's jump into Reddit. One subreddit that caught my eye was Our Local Llama. It's usually like all about practical AI tools and tips, but today it's getting kind of philosophical.
Oh, really?
Yeah, diving into the whole like possibility of artificial general intelligence, or AGI.
AGI, yeah, the idea that we could create machines with like human-level intelligence or even beyond. It sounds kind of sci-fi, but
It does, right?
some experts think it's closer than we think.
Yeah, and the discussion was actually sparked by a couple of tweets from some pretty prominent figures in the AI community. One of them, they were cautioning that, we haven't achieved superintelligence yet, which, to be honest, is probably a good thing.
Probably a good thing, yeah, but
Yeah, but then you have another user expressing concern about this AI model called R1 being classified as quote-unquote weapons grade.
weapons grade, wow.
Yeah, I mean, if that's true, that raises a whole set of ethical and regulatory red flags.
For sure. Imagine the implications of an AI so powerful that it's considered a weapon.
I know, right? It really underscores the need for really responsible development and some really robust safeguards.
Absolutely. I mean, the Reddit community is understandably buzzing about this. Some are skeptical about AGI altogether, while others are worried about the potential dangers. It's a complex issue.
Yeah, no easy answers.
No easy answers. Okay, let's shift gears to a less existential but equally fascinating topic.
Oh.
AI-powered hedge funds.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, so one Reddit user shared their experience building such a fund, and the community is, well, intrigued and a little intimidated, I think.
Yeah, I can see why AI in finance it's a rapidly evolving field. It's not hard to imagine these AI systems, optimizing investment strategies and potentially making tons of money.
Right, and this particular hedge fund uses a multi-agent system. So basically, it's like a bunch of different AI agents all working together.
Okay.
Some specialize in valuation, others in technical analysis, and so on.
So it's like having an army of AI analysts working around the clock.
Right, exactly, to identify the best trading opportunities.
Yeah.
Early results are impressive, but it's still very early days.
Right.
The Reddit community is curious about the long-term viability.
Yeah.
What happens if the AI makes a mistake or worse? What if it learns to exploit the market in ways that we can't even comprehend?
Yeah, that's a scary thought.
Right. Okay, let's move on to an area where AI has the potential to do a lot of good.
Yeah.
Personalized medicine.
Oh yeah, I'm interested in this.
So AI Meta just introduced two new models, OpenBioLM-8B and OpenBioLM-70B.
Okay.
They're designed to accelerate clinical trials and really personalize healthcare.
So are these fine-tuned versions of something existing or what?
Yeah, they're fine-tuned versions of the Llama model, specifically trained on biomedical data.
Oh, wow.
So they can actually understand complex medical concepts and relationships.
Wow. So imagine a future where AI can help doctors create custom treatment plans based on your unique genetic makeup.
Right, and your medical history. That's the promise of personalized medicine.
Yeah, it's a future that's becoming more and more tangible,
Yeah, and these new models could actually speed up drug discovery and development so much.
Leading to better treatment.
For a wider range of diseases, yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Okay, for our final Reddit deep dive, let's explore something that might surprise you. AI in cognitive behavioral therapy.
Really?
Yeah.
CBT and AI.
So cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, it's a widely used and effective form of therapy, but finding a qualified therapist can be, well, difficult and expensive.
Yeah, that's true.
So could AI help bridge that gap?
I mean, that would be amazing.
Yeah, and that's exactly the idea behind this thing called Auto-CDT.
Auto-CBT.
It's a multi-agent framework for cognitive behavioral therapy.
Okay.
Essentially, it's an AI system designed to help people manage their thoughts and behaviors in a more positive way.
So it's not about replacing human therapists, but it's more about
making it more accessible.
Yeah, making it more accessible, more affordable, reaching people who might not otherwise have access.
Exactly. And it could help personalize the therapy too, tailoring interventions to each individual's needs.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, and this is still an emerging area of research, but it really highlights the potential of AI to really improve mental health outcomes for a lot of people.
Yeah, absolutely. This is fascinating stuff. Okay, so that was our Reddit recap. As you can see, the conversations happening on Reddit are really a glimpse into both the promises and the challenges of AI.
Definitely. I mean, from philosophical debates about AGI to practical applications in finance and healthcare and even therapy, AI is clearly making its way into every aspect of our lives.
Wow. So we've covered a lot of ground today, huh?
We have, from the latest models and research to some pretty deep philosophical stuff on Reddit.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in. But that's kind of the nature of AI these
It
days.
really is moving so fast.
Yeah, but before we wrap up, I kind of want to step back for a second
Okay.
and think about, what does all this mean for the average person? Someone who might not be following, AI news every single day,
Right.
but is still curious about like how it might impact their life.
How it affects them, yeah.
Yeah, let's try to connect the dots a little bit.
Okay, sounds good.
So, one of the, I think, biggest concerns people have about AI is its potential impact on jobs.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Right? Like, will robots take over the world? Will we all be out of work?
Right. The big questions, and we're seeing AI systems becoming like increasingly capable of performing tasks that we used to think were like exclusively human, right?
Mm-hmm.
Coding, financial analysis, even therapy, as we just talked about.
Yeah, and it can be a little unnerving,
Yeah. So does that mean those jobs are just going to disappear completely?
Well, not necessarily. I think it's more likely that the nature of those jobs is going to evolve.
Right. A lot.
AI might be able to handle the more routine tasks, the repetitive stuff,
Right.
but that frees up humans to focus on the more, creative and strategic aspects of their work.
So it's not really humans versus machines.
Right.
It's more like humans working alongside machines.
Exactly. It's about using AI's strength to basically augment our own capabilities.
Right, but that also means that we need to adapt, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Like we need to develop new skills to stay relevant.
Yeah, lifelong learning is going to be more important than ever.
Yeah. And what kind of skills are we talking about specifically?
Well, things like critical thinking, problem solving, creativity,
Okay.
emotional intelligence, those are the skills that machines haven't quite mastered yet.
Right. Those are the uniquely human skills.
Exactly.
Okay, so jobs are changing, but what about decision making? I mean,
Yeah.
AI is having a growing influence on how decisions are being made across so many different areas of our lives.
Yeah, we saw it in the discussion about the U.S. export restrictions,
Right.
That could have a huge impact on the global AI landscape, but it's also happening in finance, in healthcare, even criminal justice.
Yeah, these AI systems are literally being used to make decisions that have a direct impact on people's lives,
Right.
which, raises some really important questions about fairness, about transparency, about accountability.
We need to make sure that these systems are aligned with human values and that we understand how they're making those decisions.
Yeah.
We don't want some kind of black box situation where we have no idea how a decision was reached.
Right. No black boxes. We need human oversight. We need ethical considerations built in from the start.
Totally agree.
And this brings us to, I think, our final takeaway for today. The importance of critical thinking in the age of AI.
Oh, yeah. Huge.
We're constantly being bombarded with information.
Right.
Much of it filtered or generated by AI algorithms.
Yeah.
It's so easy to just fall into that trap of believing everything you see online.
It is. Yeah, we need to question assumptions. We need to consider different perspectives.
Yeah, blindly trusting AI without engaging like our own critical thinking skills.
Can be dangerous.
It can be really dangerous, right? It can lead to misinformation, to biased decision making.
This is where media literacy comes in,
Yeah.
being able to tell fact from fiction,
Yeah.
to identify biases, to understand how these algorithms are shaping the information we consume. It's crucial.
So basically what you're saying is this AI News Digest, it's not just about, the latest gadgets and gizmos.
Right.
It's a reminder that AI is already shaping our world in really profound ways.
It is.
And it's up to us to engage with it thoughtfully and responsibly.
To understand both the benefits and the risks, for sure.
Yeah, well said. And on that note, we've reached the end of our deep dive into the AI Daily News Digest for January 18th, 2025.
It's been a good one.
Thanks for joining us.